God is good. God is good. It's funny you talking about strength because for me personally, it's been a tough week. The devil has been trying to attack me all week. It's still good to see that there's other saints out there that's overcoming the hurdles along with myself and the rest of us. Again, my name is Kason Cheeks. It's said in the testimony, but it's more so the truth. So I have a message that I want to deliver on to y'all this morning. And in doing so, I'm going to start off by saying, every human, every being, every person is a book. What do I mean by that? We all full of stories. Every human, every being, every person should reveal their deepest trials and tribulations and let who you are today reveal God's glory. Humiliation. Humiliation is defined as to lower oneself respect, and in a sense, degrade oneself. I stand here before everyone today as someone who will gladly humiliate myself in order for God to receive the glory for who I am now versus who I was yesterday. Amen. For it is God who has been so good to us. It is God who has given us mercy. Yes. Mercy is forgiveness and kindness in a variety of social, legal, ethical, and righteous contexts. For it is God who gave us grace. Grace is God's unmerited favor that He gives to us undeservingly. Yes. For it is God who gave us peace. Peace is a state of mind that is marked by calmness, freedom, and perfect harmony. Yeah. But He didn't stop right there. It was God who gave us Jesus. He sent Jesus down the cross for our salvation. Salvation meaning the saving of our souls from sin and its consequences. People, I'm not going to ask for much. Just ask you to open your minds, open your hearts, and open your ears. And a lot of these words will sink into the depths of your stomach and penetrate the bone marrow. Friends, peers, associates, everyone, be confident that this message on this morning is coming from a deep place in my heart. It's coming by three things: God, truth, and spirituality. So it all started on August 14th. I woke up to what appeared to be a normal day. My only objectives for that day was to go to the post office and place an order for my passport, which is mandatory for me to have in order to play professional basketball overseas, which is a dream that I was in pursuit of and still currently is. In order to go, I had to ask my mother to borrow a car. Now, not gonna lie, Mom, you took stones. She took. I said, Mom, I need the car. She's like, I don't want you driving my car. She sometimes. But she let me get it. When she let me drive it that day, she kept emphasizing, make sure you get back home. Make sure you get back home. So I said, all right, I'm leaving. So when I left, I was approximately 7 minutes away from my house before I faced the moment that changed my life forever. You see, sometimes as humans we take moments for granted. So I can attest to that. But so the story begins. I was driving on a 2-lane road, and I was going 45, and the speed limit was 55, and in front of me was a deep, extremely deep curve. So as I entered the depths of the curve, I was turning the steering wheel to the right, and the steering wheel started shaking, and it locked up. I present to you the results. I present to you the results. This was August 14th. And as you can see in this image, the car is buried under the ground. At the flipping, it was buried. I mean, went through the dirt. I don't know if y'all can see that real clear, but that's an image of me in the hospital. I want to show y'all something else.
Mercy, Lord.
I don't know if y'all can see in this picture real well, but these were the shorts that I had on that day. And I just gotta be honest when I try to reveal these types of things. The image things might not be pleasant, but it's all about, you know, I have to show you. I'm gonna walk around. Need the same shorts from that, same shorts. That's the blood, that's the dirt. Excuse me if it's gross, but it's all about, it's about the bigger picture. These the same shorts you see in that image. I kept them for this purpose. For this purpose. But so the story goes, I got into a severe car accident. A car accident that affected my life. A car accident that affected my loved one's life. A car accident that, you know, to an extent traumatized all those who saw me prior to the accident. You know, when you see somebody right before something bad happened to him, like, man, it's not true. I just saw him. It can't be true. Well, it was true. Got into a real bad car accident. And so the story continues. You know, I was driving, and the car, when the steering wheel was locked, so I went into a ditch. And the ditch was real steep. Catch this. As I was going through the ditch, I heard a voice in my head. There's a difference between your conscience and God talking to you. There's a difference. I heard a voice in my head that said, take your seatbelt off. This is no advice to anyone. No advice. But it said, take your seatbelt off. And so I did. The car flipped over. And as you can see, if you can go back, the front seat and the driver's seat was buried under the ground. Now I'm 6'4". So based on the facts, we should be able to conclude if that seatbelt wasn't removed, with that front seat and driver's seat, I would have been crushed. After this accident, that car was removed from that ground. If I had taken that seatbelt off, we can conclude I wouldn't have been removed from that ground. I'm talking death. But God. Let's continue. After the car was flipping over, I landed and I was thrown into the back seat. And